Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Irfan Hussain, and I'm here with you with another topic, that is Romanticism. You know that Romanticism is a literary movement that was started in 1798. Let us see what are the most important features of Romanticism. First of all, we need to understand that Romanticism is a reaction to the Classicism. Romanticism emphasizes the value of the individual over the collective. See that Romanticism gives more respect to an individual being, and it emphasizes that every individual has his own identity, his own feelings, his own emotions, and therefore it gives privilege, individual subjectivity, imagination, emotion, and spontaneity. For Romanticism, the individual's feelings, his subjective thoughts, his imagination, his own emotion and spontaneity is more important than the objectivity, reason, intellect, and order. See, in classicism, the writers or the critics always prefer these objectivities, their intellectual thought, reason, all these things to the uh, feelings of or the emotions of an individual. For classicism, society and collective thought is more important, but in Romanticism, an individual is more important. The Romantic movement sees the emergence of the cult of the artist and artistic originality, and the aim of art becomes identified with the expression of the artist's emotion rather than conformation to agreed standard of beauty. So again, it is deviation from the set rules because it gives importance to the individual. So what an individual feels is important to that what is or what has been set as a standard in society. There are few big names uh, that who were the pioneer of this Romanticism, and one of them was Mary Wollstonecraft, who was born in 1759 and died in 1797. Then a big name, William Wordsworth. Then Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Lord Byron, P.B. Shelley, John Keats, and we know that these S.C. Coleridge, Wordsworth, and Shelley, S.C. Coleridge and Wordsworth are known to be among the old class romantic poets because they got uh, can say big age, but these Shelley, Keats, and Byron, they are known to be the young romantics because they died in early age. We will have a little comparison of classicism and romanticism, although there are many points that can be compared, but for initial stage we can compare a few things. The first one is, in classics, reason or common sense expressed in a restrained style. It has order, proportion, and finish. Again, there are set rules. But in Romanticism, imagination expressed in a style more or less free of restraint style. See, there's no restriction. An individual can express his own emotions in an easy and in his own way. It may be simple or grand. It is upon the choice of the writer. It may be picturesque. It may be passionate, depending on the mood or temperament of the writer. You see, uh, if you read these romantics, we find a big difference between them. When Wordsworth writes and when Nestor Coleridge writes and when Shelley writes, he goes towards spirituality. There's a lot of difference between their moods and their ways of expressing things. But Romanticism gives space to the variety of the moods and expressions. In classics, reason dominated life and literature. Emotion and imagination were pushed to the background. Again, the point is that in classics, intellectuality and reason is more important. These things are more important, and the individual's imagination and individual's feelings are pushed back. But romantics give importance to these things. Give importance to mood, feelings, emotions, uh, and also gives importance to the writer himself. Classicism subordinates matter to form. Content is more important. But in Romanticism, subordinates form to matter. Form and expression is more important. The new classical poets, we know that these are the classical poets of Augustan age, and what they consider the province of poetry to be world of fiction. They say that poetry is only fiction. But for romantics, the province of poetry is a world of truth, not a world of make believe. So these are few points. I hope that you would have understood it. We may discuss or expand this discussion in some future videos. Thank you very much for today. God bless you.